We have Hélyette Neel today. Hello, are you
Hello.
there?
Yes, I'm there.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us and thank you for being with us. And Hélyette is going to present a very nice title today, A Path to Understanding Our Very First Self Memories and Their Impact on the Adult We Become. And Hélyette has a master's in solar energy. She worked on sunlight concentration with parabolic mirrors and now transposes this knowledge to the human body, addressing the person's inner sun in a healing and self-knowing process. She developed her own method that facilitates the inner path to finding one's harmony from one's own stories, especially during a conscious childbirth journey from preconception onward. So this is your time, Hélyette, and because we don't have anybody after you, take your time. But no, I'm still keeping my time, and please, this is your time.
Thank you for having me here today. It's an honor for me to be with you all. Everything is inscribed within us, like images to which we are faithful throughout our lives, as long as they are not made conscious. As you said, I studied solar energy using concentrating solar power, meaning that we are observing the sunbeams meeting a mirror and then being concentrated in another point in order to have a high amount of light and heat. So with what I've been through in my life and also my pregnancy and childbirth, I came to understand that what's outside, what is in the universe, it's the same thing in our body universe. And this is amazing to see with the preconception to birth process. This inner sun, which is in the middle of our chest, this light we have in us, comes to be attached to our first cells, the meeting of the ovum and the spermatozoid. And there is a third element, is this meeting. It's the soul. And when the soul meets the ovum and the spermatozoid, the spark of light comes being attached to these first cells. And in French, we use the word, this spark of light, it's in our body from the preconception until we die. And at the moment of we die, in French, we use the word la mort, which means death, which is also can be heard in another way, meaning l'âme hors, meaning the soul out of the body. So we see with this process that as soon as we are alive, this spark of light, this inner sun is in our body. And we know now from experiments that a spark of light is happening during the conception with IVF filming. We know that brighter is the light, higher are the chances to survive for the embryo, because we can see the light happening at the moment where the ovum and the spermatozoid meets. It creates a sync reaction. And this is very interesting to see as much as the physical level or with the perception of the energetical, what's happening for the soul at the moment of the preconception. This very center in our body, this spark of light, is a place of timelessness and non-space. And going with these inner observations, we can travel in our body and meet each of our cells, understanding what memory, what image is imprinted in each cell of our body. And then we can welcome all the trauma memories and everything that was not welcoming our full essence in our body. And with this inner observation and transformation, with the help of the inner sun, then we can embrace our inner child and start to reparent ourselves, start to be our own parents, be the parent of each cells in our body. The parents at the moment of the conception are who they are. We all know that most of the time conception is unconscious, meaning that the parents doesn't really know who they are at this moment, what they are sharing, or even what's happening in the moment they are meeting to conceive. And for me, the work of preconception is taking a step back to think about who we are as an adult, as a wounded child inside of ourselves, and then just take this time to think as future parents, as a couple, who do we want to be for the kids we will welcome in the family? Parents can choose what they offer to their children. They can choose if they give unresolved conflicts and messy memories, or they can choose if they give beauty, if they give abilities which are in them as parents, or in them with the history of the whole family. I would share some examples during my presentation. I remember a woman coming to me because she had trouble with her relationship with men. And during the session, she came to have this image of her little girl. She was maybe 2-3 years old, and she could see her dad loving her sister, and she felt that she was not receiving the same kind of love. And then she started to behave towards her dad very like a perfect little girl, seeking love that she would like to receive from her dad. And then she just reproduced the same pattern with all the guy she dated. So we are just reproducing patterns as soon as they are not made conscious. Our role as parents is to listen to our children's needs with our own filters and perceptions. But how can we hear our children's needs if we are not able to hear our own needs, the one who are, I would say, hidden by the curtain? We just take off the veil and become able to see what's there, who we are for real, deep inside, in all our memories, in all our cells. This inner solar radiance I work with is a beautiful process, as we know now from epigenetics, to re-encode the DNA with the RNA. And this is something amazing because I'm just discovering how it works, epigenetics. And as we are in Prenatal Alliance, I would just add that my dad was studying RNA and DNA before my conception. So this is just a little information to witness the depths of preconception, who are the parents at this moment. And what's happening in our life after birth is already written in our cells before birth, from the moment of our conception to the moment of our birth. All our life is written if we are not trying to change the pattern. And I will give you some more examples. I remember this couple trying to conceive their second child. The first child, she came very fast and very easily, but the second child would not come. So we had few sessions, and the one session she was alone, and we worked with this process. And she could feel that she was not a welcome child. She was not loved during the pregnancy. She felt a lot of anger and fear and many, many things. And after birth, she could feel what happened when she was breastfed by her mom. She could feel that every sip of milk she was taking from her mom, she would have to pay back for it. She used these words. And we finished the session. And after that, she told me, well, if this if this second kid doesn't come now, then I'm ready to pay 10,000 euros to buy an ovocyte for me to be pregnant for this second kid. And then after the session, because I'm recording the session, then I can go back again in that. And then when I was writing down the sessions, I called her and said, did you see these two elements together? And then she was kind of shocked and she said, wow, let me take a step back. I will cancel my appointment in 1 month and then take a step back and think again about the situation. So as soon as we are not conscious, the pattern just play by themselves. And I remember another example, because seeing trauma is okay. We all have traumas, kind of, but it's also beautiful to see the place of love in this process. I remember this woman, she was conceived in love, wanted, burst in love. The pregnancy was full of love. And at the moment where she felt the placenta, like the disconnection of her body with the placenta, she had this fear coming. Oh my gosh, but am I gonna not feel love again in this moment? And then she felt the milk of her mom in her mouth and saying, oh God, this is so good, because love never stops. It just comes from another moment. So this is where we see that everything is written in our cells. We can read our memories with this inner exploration coming from the soul's perspective, and seeing that with the light, with the shine, the sun we shine on all our cells, we can just re-encode our memories with light. And so our cells are the book of life. Everything is written in it, from our conception, with the life of our ancestors, their failures, their successes, their traumas, their strengths, and this is just all the conscious choice of parents, before being parents, to choose, to feel what they want to be, what they want to transmit, who they want to welcome as a soul. Is a bit different story, but wanting to welcome souls, then the parents can choose what kind of clothes they will give to the kids, because the soul is coming with her story, his or her story, and choosing the parents. But then the role of the parents is to choose which clothes they will give, like how they will shape the body with who they are and with what they choose to give to this future human being. So our consciousness is reflected in our behavior and daily interactions. This is a way of love, compassion, harmony, and creation, but it's not focused just for our kids. This is focused on future generations, because we know that we're not perfect. We are doing lots of mistakes. We would like to change few things in what we've done, but then we can make it better to give to our kids things that they will be able to choose for their kids. And then if we do this, we can have 2-3 generations with a pure heart. And then we change the rules, we change the game. So this is what I want to share with you. This is my way today of using solar energy. And yeah, that's it. I would be happy to answer your questions if you have.
Thank you, Hélyette, so much. See, you are receiving lots of hearts, lots of solar energy to you, heart energy, let's say. Thank you. Thank you so much. And well, um, let me just check. Oh, lots of congratulations you're receiving from the chat. They love it. And thank you so much. And I think your case and your storytelling is also wonderful. Uh, thank you. And as a last sentence, what would you like to tell us for completion? You are the last speaker today.
Oh, wow. Before I saw a question coming.
Oh, it is coming.
From,
Yes.
yeah.
From Laura.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you had experience in helping mothers not to have premature babies?
Well, I had a premature baby. It's why Laura is asking that. My daughter was born 5 months and 3 weeks of pregnancy. But it happened to me that women came having a lot of stress and having a lot of fears, and then we just deal with what's happening at this moment with them. We go and explore what are the fears inside the situation. Doesn't matter what, doesn't matter why. We don't need to name the fears, but we just need to find a place in the body where I would say I will start the session with the light of the heart, and then we find like a sunbeam showing a space in the body, and from this place in the body we just need to welcome if an image is coming up, is showing up, or just spread the light on this area and wait, and then the body knows when the light is full enough to welcome the fear.
It's brilliant. Thank you so much. So, what do you want to say to us?
um, let's shine all together, go back to your heart, and this place is the place where everything is always good. You have big troubles, no problems, just come back to your heart.